Jeff.
Hey, Eric.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. First, I want to say that I know it's the case here in New York City, and maybe it's the case in other places. I know it started in like Italy and Spain and places, but this daily thing at 7 o'clock where people open up their windows, applaud, honk their horns, play music, celebrate the medical professionals who are out there on the front lines, the people who are outside anywhere making deliveries, the people who are working at supermarkets, keeping the shelves stocked and all that. People are taking a moment, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, to applaud and salute those who are really in the face of danger. You know, I've been very moved by that. Yeah. On a regular basis. I also open the window and I applaud, and I really do take the time to think about the sacrifices that people are making. We have a really good friend who is a doctor, an emergency doctor out in Los Angeles, and he and some of his fellow doctors who have really been treating patients at all hours have separated from their families so that they won't spread.
Yeah, they got an Airbnb together.
Yeah, so they won't spread the coronavirus or any like symptoms that they may take to their families. And so they've been staying in an Airbnb, so they literally have to give up their family for this period of time. Yeah. People are making real sacrifices out there, and I think that like the least we can do is to give them thoughts, energy, and maybe a little applause. And I think that every night at 7 o'clock, it is a very welcome and human side to this whole thing.
Yeah. Did you see the note in the elevator? I mean, like, you know,
I have not. Yeah, I haven't been in there.
Yeah. Also, like, we live on the first floor, but in the elevator it says to make sure to participate, and it's okay to, if you have an instrument, if you have a kazoo, if you have, just make noise of any kind.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's really. Again, you know, you get caught up in all this stuff, and you're very scared on a daily basis of the unknown and of this, like, you know, dark monster that you can't see.
Yeah, I think it's a nice moment of humanity every day.
It really
also
is.
Gives a little bit of structure too, because, you know, every day can sort of feel like there's no real borders on it.
Yeah,
and then at 7 o'clock it's just like a reset.
And absolutely,
it gives you that energy and it gives you everything
for sure. And you hear it all around town. You know, we talk to our brother or our mom and our aunt, and we all live in different parts of the city, and it's happening everywhere. So that's really dope. And you know what? Even if you live in the suburbs of the county and you still want to do that, I think it's like, it's just good for like your soul too, you know, to take part in that. So again, thank you to everyone who is out there and doing work, real important work out there. We're in here doing this. What level of import you can debate. It's important, honestly, for us to give us structure and a chance to speak to people outside of this home. Yeah. And that's been healthy for us. Mm-hmm. And we've had 20 really great episodes that you guys can go revisit.
This is 21. I mislabeled yesterday.
No, what?
Yeah.
This is 21.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This
is 21. Yesterday was 20.
Yeah. That was labeled correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all good.
Okay. Listen, I'm losing my mind.
I know. But today is a great podcast. But before we get into that, Jeff, if people are really rocking with us, tell them where they can go.
Well, first of all, our numbers are good.
Yeah.
You know, I think that every day we're reaching tens of thousands of people.
Yes.
So we're steady on that front.
Yes.
But weirdly, like our Instagram and all that stuff is down.
Yeah, that has been strange.
And so I feel like, you know, if there's anybody out there that could just like keep us motivated, you know, just
go hit that like.
Go hit that like. It's very easy.
Smash that like.
Smash that subscribe. It's the lamest thing, but I love it.
I know.
I love smash that subscribe button.
Go like our Instagram.
Yeah. But then if you're doing more than that, if you want to support us more, if you want to contribute more, we're on patreon.com/itsthereal.
And so Patreon is this website where you can contribute a monthly sum, $2, $3. People have done more than that. It helps us continue to do this. To operate, to keep the lights on, to keep, you know, putting positivity and good energy out there on a daily basis now.
Like we are here every single day.
Yeah. So patreon.com/itsthereal. Go there, check that out.
Anything is appreciated, even a like on Instagram, but especially money on Patreon.
And today, Jeff, this episode is money in itself. Who is on the podcast today.
We have Jonny Shipes.
All right. Tell him who Jonny Shipes is, Jeff.
Jonny Shipes is a hurricane in a
in a tornado's
body. Well, sort of. I mean, like I guess it's sort of like a John Belushi type.
He is
as a music executive.
Yeah,
and he has the best stories. He's one of the greatest souls. So funny.
Yes, he runs Cinematic Music Group.
Yep.
He's been behind the careers of many of your favorite artists, like Joey Badass, like Sean Kingston,
T-Pain.
Just on and on and on down the list.
Yeah,
and he's got this incredible operation out there in Brooklyn, and he hires these young and super talented kids to work with young and super talented kids, and they put out dope content. Cinematic Music Group is the name of his operation.
Yes. Every single day is like 45 crazy stories from Jonny Shipes. So I'm so happy that we made this thing happen.
Yes. Also, you should check out his episode of Waste Time with It's the Real.
Yep.
Go search for that.
Mm-hmm. Brocky Marciano.
Shout out to Brocky, another veteran of A Waste of Time with It's the Real, a great friend of ours who works for Warner Records.
Yes. Friends with Jonny, much more zen.
Yes, he
much
is.
Much more like level.
Well, he goes by the dude.
Yep.
He looks just like Jeffrey Lebowski, the Big Lebowski.
Mm-hmm.
Long hair.
Yep.
Beard.
Yep. Ties the room together.
Robe.
Yep.
And then, Jeff, we finish off
with Meechie from the Flatbush Zombies.
Shout out to Meechie, a great dude. He's super talented. He's super funny. And it was great to connect with him. Thought he was still living in Los Angeles. Guess what, Jeff?
He's back.
Flatbush.
Yeah.
Jeff, let's get on the phone with the one, the only, Jonny Shipes.
Ba, 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 ba. Guess who just woke up and rolled his first doobie? It's 3 p.m. I don't feel like a loser or that I'm spiraling down a deep dark hole. I promise.
Jonny Shipes.
And let me tell you what my first order of business today is, guys, because you're gonna love it. I'm actually looking into buying a donut shop. Okay.
Sure.
I've lost my mind enough to where
now is the time.
Now is the time. I'm starting to look at investments that will never reap any rewards.
Listen, your stomach will be happy,
Yeah, that's a fact. And I'm going to learn how to make a killer cronut.
Wait, how deep into this investment opportunity are you?
Being like, yo, you want to throw $50K at a bagel shop? I mean, at a donut shop? I'm actually not mad at that. Like, it might be cool to have a donut shop.
I agree. Wait, what are you going to call it?
I'm going to let you guys help me name it.
Oh, good.
How about that?
Wait, let's all go.
It's a pre-existing spot, so they might want to run with their own name.
Would you be against us taking this to Shark Tank?
Yeah, we just need a good spin on it.
You have to finish with the good line. You have to be like, who wants
100%.
in on the whole thing?
Yeah. Or like one time I seen these two girls go on that were trying to pitch Mark Cuban on this hamburger truck. Did you ever see that one?
No.
It was amazing. They just were like, what the fuck is different about your hamburger truck than every other one? And like, they're really juicy. They're really, really good. It's like ridiculous.
Jonny,
I miss you guys. Thank you for having me back on the show.
We miss you too.
Of course.
How are you doing out there in Brooklyn?
Don't give up where my location.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just
in the greater New York area.
Yeah.
In the greater New York area. Nah, I'm chilling. Honestly, I'm lucky because I have a nice crib. And this isn't a floss statement. This is, shedding light on the fucked up shit. I have like a backyard and a roof, so I can sit in the sun. A lot of my employees don't. Yeah. And I feel terrible for them, just because they're literally hitting me like, yeah, I went for a walk today, finally got out of my house, And I'm actually quarantining over here with my girl and then like one of my homies that works with me. And it's like, it's fine, like, because I have a nice place, but a lot of people don't, and it's just messed up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that the quarantine is not going to stop are weird experiences that revolve in your sort of
greater
atmosphere.
galaxy. So, like,
oh hell no! I mean, dude. First of all, I've been working on the Smokers Club 10-year anniversary book like this is damn near a blessing in disguise for me, minus all the chaos in the
Sure,
world. I'm
yeah.
just talking about for me, because it slowed me down. I wasn't going to work on the 10-year anniversary book till June. Now I have 30 days to just work. I'm on page 20 already.
Dope.
Wow.
There's things that I'm doing that like I'm excited about, and it's cool and funny, and it's just getting me through my days. But yeah, there's no shortage of fuckery and things that would only happen to me that we could talk about today. You start the
This is like a Pandora's box that we're about to open. So
yeah, just you start it. We could start with Joe Exotic. We could start with my
oh my God.
We could start with my internet being down for 4 days and then finding out my neighbors did it to me.
Okay, I want to go into that story first. So your internet goes away. How do you know that it's your neighbors?
So my internet goes away for 4 days, and in the middle of a pandemic, I'm literally knocking on my neighbors' doors asking for internet codes. They're looking at me like I'm like the scum of the earth. Like, why are you even around me? Are you really knocking on my door? And I didn't know that my next door neighbor, who I'm actually out on the porch, I hope they hear me. My next door neighbors did it to me, right? So boom. So I knock on all these doors. By the way, no one gave me their internet, okay? Which karma is supposed to pay off. I'm out here raising money. I'm fucking doing things for the community right now. And the least they could have done was throw me some fucking internet for a day or two, right? So anyway, my internet is totally down. And then the guy finally comes, and he happens to be a young, cool kid. He sees all the weed I have at the house. Not incriminating myself, just enough for me to smoke. And
of
he's
course.
like,
Yeah, to fix your glaucoma.
Yeah, I was like, you smoke. He's like, you smoke weed. I was like, do I smoke weed? I was like, listen, if you could fix this internet, you could choose whatever weed you want. So he took some packs of runts.
Wow.
Which is a whole nother story because I'm going to tell you what happens with him later. But anyway, the guy is here for like 45 minutes, and then he just comes back in, and he was a Jamaican dude. He's like, yo, man, you know what? The neighbor cut your fucking wire.
Yo.
I said, what? I didn't even believe it. I came downstairs and these motherfuckers had disconnected my wire. That was it. Yo, if you look back on my Instagram, I was on hold. My girl was on hold with Optimum for 4.5 hours on 2 different phones.
Why?
9 hours total.
Why did they cut your cable?
I think it's because they were moving in and like the cable company came and just disconnected my side, not knowing. I don't think they did it on purpose, but
you're open. You're open to the possibility.
I'm open to the possibility because I was going to
I
freak
could
out.
convince you. I feel like they did. Like this feels like Carol Baskin, where it's just like you leave enough
listen,
crumbs down that way. I will tell you, absolutely, they cut your cable, your internet.
I don't need any more negative energy because maybe we could go into the thief who's been robbing all my Amazon packages out of my front door.
You're kidding
So now
me.
I have a sign on the front door that says, first off, FedEx, ring my bell when my fucking packages come because I'm ordering puzzles and shit, things to try to make myself not go crazy. Okay?
Sure, yeah.
And listen, I have a camera outside my door, right? For everybody that wants to try to catch me slipping, right?
Yeah.
Again, greater New York area.
Yeah.
Greater New York area. So this fucking crackhead figured out a way to catch me slipping not once but 3 times. So one time I'm expecting like a whole bunch of fucking half and half, Arnold Palmer's.
Yeah.
And it says 36 of them got delivered. My favorite Arnold Palmer's, and they're not there. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I check the camera. Boom! I see this little crackhead fucking run and take my shit.
Shit.
36 Arnold Palmers.
Yo, bro, it was like he was struggling to move the shit too. I have Cones inside who's actually making pancakes right now, it looks like. But Cones could vouch for me. So anyway, I put a sign up the next day, like, if you come back again, I'm going to beat your ass. Guy has no fear. Takes the shit again. Day 3, I was really going to call some of the dudes that work for me with security and have them just sit in a car outside, leave some shit outside, and just grab him. Not even hurt him. Just be like, yo, bro, there's 40 other houses on this street. Why do you keep coming back to my shit? Look at the box across the street over there.
No, you have to send them next door where they cut your cable.
Yeah, exactly.
Good fucking call. Cue the Larry David music.
Jonny,
Yeah.
you told us the other day during the sort of like Joe Exotic craze, the Tiger King
the
fucking
peak of it.
storm.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, I've spoken on the phone with him.
Yeah, so basically, I can't even take all the credit for this. So Chris Hershey, you guys know, right?
Shout out
Yes.
to Chris Hershey.
Shout out to Big Hershey, feel me? So he hits me, and I had watched Tiger King maybe 3 or 4 times in the past 2 days. I was obsessed, bro. I was DMing Danny McBride. I was DMing David Spade, being like, yo, this is Joe Dirt meets Kenny Powers on steroids. You guys got to option this, blah, 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 right?
Absolutely.
Wait, did either of them open the DMs?
No. I was even, if you go look at Danny McBride shit, I was on his normal page. Like, I was just trying to get his attention, but, I'm unworthy. So anyway, fucking, I'm fascinated with the Joe Exotic shit. And the whole time, not once do I say to myself, this man sings. I bet you his music isn't out. So Chris Hirsch hits me and he's like, yo, I just did a search of Joe Exotic on Spotify and iTunes, and that one big song that he has isn't out anywhere. And the numbers were booming on his YouTube. It was like going up like 20,000 views a day.
Oh, I bet.
So mad scramble. I hit my homie Don. I'm like, he's like, he has really good private investigators, whatever. He goes, finds where Joe Exotic is. We make a call to Joe Exotic's estate, and the next thing I know, we're on the phone with this guy. And wait, you ready for the plot twist? Oh, I don't own those songs, nor did I write them. I was lip syncing those. So then we get sent to this whole other band who wrote the songs for him. That man was lip syncing everything you heard.
Yo, wait. So this is just a normal Tuesday for you or whatever,
Yeah, whatever day it was, I'm supposed to be producing records for like Ace and everything else I'm working on.
No.
Instead, I'm trying to sign the fucking Tiger King. I knew that's when this situation that we're going through had rotted my mind out a little bit.
Jonny, did you have any reservations about a guy who may have burned down,
Michael Jackson's alligators?
Michael Jackson's crocodiles?
Yes.
Did you know those were Michael Jackson's?
Yes, yeah.
Like, let me before I tell you about the reservations there, really think about this man, like how legendary, because they're spinning it off into a comedy. Did I tell you guys that?
I know that, like, they're doing a scripted thing, yeah.
Yeah, maybe bleep it out if they haven't announced it, but they really optioned it on some comedy shit, which is genius, right?
Yeah.
But bro, when you really, really get down to it, you couldn't make this up if you tried. The guy sold French Montana his monkeys. Yo, who is this man? That he probably has a whole nother doc in him about the hip hop community.
That is a fact. We actually know some other managers who have bought their clients animals through Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Who?
Actually, Lake, who works with DJ Drama.
No, I'm sorry. You guys told me that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Okay, sorry.
It's been a long
quarantine for all of us.
A long quarantine, and I didn't go to bed till 9 a.m.
Yo.
Yeah, what were you doing last night?
Do you really want to know?
Well, now I do.
If it's spying on your neighbors, I'm so here for that.
Yeah.
I was doing some drugas last night. I did a bunch of drugs, and it wound up kept keeping me up till 9. And that's the honest truth.
Listen,
if we're being honest. And let me tell you some funny shit. If you look on my Instagram right now, at like 6:37 a.m., somehow Four-Wheeler made a great escape out the front door.
Four-Wheeler is one of your cats.
Four-Wheeler is the goony, angry cat. And I chased that cat with no shirt on and no shoes on at 6:37 in the morning down my block. I have cameras. I can send you the footage. Yo, he kept fucking running further and further down the block, and then when I got him, he almost tried to kill me. But,
okay.
So that's what I was doing early, and I was tripping shrooms at the same time, so I was really like, what in the fuck is going on? And then I realized at 9 when I ordered a dozen bagels from, where'd we order those bagels from? We ordered a dozen bagels from Greenberg's, and I passed out before they got here. They left them outside. The crackhead did not take them from outside.
Those are the best things that have shown up to your house.
Yeah, wait. I have like
12 everything bagels, guys.
God damn.
I have like 3,000 more questions. Okay.
12 everything bagels, salmon, lox, strawberry cream cheese, cornbread. Oh, this is the cheddar cheese. Jesus Christ.
Is this Larry David?
No, this is the new one. No, this isn't Larry David. My name is Howard Rosenskutch. I represent Shipes in all of his business. I'm a really professional Jewish lawyer.
Okay, so after last night, I feel like you might have cut the cable.
I might have cut the cable. Nah, man, I'm staying sane. I'm microdosing. It's helping me to be creative.
Jonny, you have long had a bunch of pets and a bunch of drugs. I feel like you might be doing quarantine exactly right.
Honestly, and I don't like to, take credit where it's not due, but I'm not having a bad quarantine, and I say it with like the most sincere thoughts to everybody that is, because I'm really helping on that side.
Absolutely.
But like I said, like my house is good. Like I'm lucky to have a place like this. I'm not being stir crazy because I got outdoors, and
you're in good health, and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm fucking just. Honestly, I'm enjoying it. Like I'm doing stuff that I've been meaning to do. Even reading books. Like if I know Shipes isn't supposed to be smart, so we're not going to talk too much smart shit. It's all about drugs and laughing. But no, I've been reading like some books. I'm reading this new book, Hitmaker, which is great. I finished.
It used to be called Young Berg.
It used to be called Young Berg, exactly. Who I actually had to deal with recently, man. I don't even want to get into it because he's still the same old Young Berg, but. That motherfucker right there, man. Shout out to Young Berg. I'm trying to think what other shenanigans have happened. My girlfriend left me. She's in New York City right now. She couldn't deal with me anymore. That happened yesterday. She's on her way back now, though.
Wait, you broke up during a quarantine? You guys didn't break up.
You want to hear what happened?
Please.
Yeah. All right, boom. So my girl, she's like, and this is great. She's just the hero. She's always got to be the hero for everybody. So she tells me during quarantine, now I've been sitting in the house 22 days straight, okay? We all have been.
Yeah.
You don't risk everybody's quarantine without telling everyone, right? We're all a team here.
That's right.
So one of our friends calls and is like, oh, my back is pulled out. Who knows how he pulled his back in a quarantine? But, he wasn't even outside. He was just sitting in his house. So she's like, oh, Shipes, I'm going to go bring him a painkiller because his back is out. I said, cool. He's one of my best friends, right?
Yeah.
So like an hour and a half goes by and she's still not back. And I'm like, I know she's not fucking him. Like she's not cheating on me. What could this girl be doing? So I call her. I'm like, yo, where are you? I FaceTime her. She's in Dwayne Reed with no gloves on, no fucking mask on, and getting this man like an ice pack and shit. And I lost it on her. I was like, yo, I don't understand why you would jeopardize this when, he's fine. He has a back spasm. Motherfuckers are dying from this disease. So anyway, I slept on the couch that night, and she took it the wrong way and was like, oh, you're sleeping on the couch? I woke up to a text, just get me this rental and I'll move out since you can't stand me.
Wow.
So, yeah, I was dealing with that, but now she's on her way back home, so that's good.
That's good.
Happy home. Happy wife, happy life.
That's exactly right. Jonny,
the quarantine can make people act crazy too every now and again.
I agree.
I'm curious as to whether, if you think back to those Hampton nights when you and Ev Boogie
and Scott Disick
would all like hang out,
right?
Would you be able to spend quarantine with any of those dudes?
Oh my God, Evan probably, but we'd probably definitely get in a fist fight. But we have gotten in fights before, so that's fine.
Sure.
Scott Disick. Scott's crazy, man. No, I couldn't do it with Scott. I can't even put it all out there why I couldn't.
Yeah.
But like, he's just too different drugs. Let's say that.
Sure.
Different types of people. But
yes.
He's a funny motherfucker, and he's fun. And maybe I'd invite him in for 2 days if I knew he was fully quarantined.
How about Smoke DZA?
Oh, it's funny you asked about Smoke DZA. Well,
did he throw his back out?
Smoke DZA next. So here's what happened with Smoke. So Smoke has been moving out of his crib, right?
Yes.
To a new house.
Yes.
He bought a house. Congrats to DZA.
Yes.
So in the meantime, right, they made one of the bedrooms into like their storage as they're packing. So the last 2 months or so, he's been staying with me for the most part, while his wife and the parents and himself get it all together to move out, right?
Yeah.
So like the first 2 or 3 days of quarantine, he's got a room downstairs in my crib, right? Nice room. He could have been living the life here. I got a backyard, roof deck, dogs, cones. We're rolling blunts all day. This kid kept going outside, like, and like going to studios and this and that. So I said, yo, Dizza, man, I don't know if you know that there's a real pandemic going on, and I'm not going to get sick on account of you. So I was like, do you want a hotel room? Now, this is how uninformed Dizza was. He's like, yeah, get me a hotel room. So I get him a hotel room for a month and a half. I send him the receipt. He's like, a month and a half? He's like, I thought you meant a night. I was like, bro, what are you talking about? I was like, if you're sick, so I had to explain to him that this was really going on. But to answer your question, no, I could not with Smoke Dizza because Smoke Dizza's liable to go do some crazy shit, and then once we all caught it, God forbid, he'd be like, I didn't know you could drive it this way. So no Dizza for sure.
What about a tiger?
Like a tiger or Tyga?
No. Oh. Wait. Would you rather live with Tyga during a quarantine or Tiger?
A tiger. A tiger, a 100%. I could live with a tiger. I could live with most animals. Like, I'm surprised I haven't gotten some animals during this.
I'm also surprised.
Do you understand the appeal of a big cat?
Yeah, of course. I mean, but you also have to be able to take care of it that way. Like a lot of people buy them and they're not ready to take care of them, which is fucked up.
Yeah.
Wait, on a scale of 1 to Florida, how Florida are you?
Actually, I don't love Florida. I've had a lot of bad experiences down there.
Well,
I'm not a big Florida fan.
So
I'm a fan of the people of Florida, the rappers of Florida, but there's a lot of weird shit that goes on down there that I just am not a fan of.
Yeah.
If we're just being honest.
Jonny, how does business continue for you while you are living in your home and not going to your office?
I posted up great. I got the man cave downstairs, so I have a home studio.
Great.
So I'm working on if I need to listen to mixes or tweak mixes or tweak beats. I have downstairs, and then upstairs I got all these fucking whiteboards with all the. I'm looking at it right now. I'm taking you on a virtual tour, a verbal tour. I got all the main projects that I'm working on these whiteboards, and I'm just grinding. I don't need an office. I could have an office. It doesn't matter. I work.
You have a nice office. You do.
Wait, where's the weirdest place you've worked out of?
Since this or ever?
Ever.
Either, well, I don't know if it was the weirdest. One of the coolest was the basement of Supreme. They had like this.
Whoa.
Yeah, they had like this design squad down there that would design for Supreme. It was like Jamie Story and these other kids from back in the day. That was cool just because when I look back at it, I'm like, oh shit. Like Cinematic technically didn't start there, but you could say Cinematic was definitely in and out of that office early on, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, places I've posted up and worked. A trap house, maybe.
Huh. Is that what?
I'm thinking.
Where's the trap house? 550 Madison?
No, trap house is way uptown. You mean 540 State Street?
No,
550 Madison. Oh, Epic.
Yeah.
Trap house. I was talking about a real trap house.
Jonny, are you fully like engaged with everything that's going on right now, or do you enjoy the separation?
Everything like
the news, and the politics and the death count and the rest.
A little bit. I watch it a little bit, but I take everything with a grain of salt. Like I do like Cuomo though. I'm not gonna lie. I actually like him, and I think he should be running for president.
He's been of great comfort throughout this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really has. He's like a good leader.
Yeah.
The opposite of fucking Trump. It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous is exactly right.
I did see that Cuomo is lining up tests for New Yorkers and stuff.
Thank God.
Yeah.
He's really stepped up. I think he's going to run, if not this term, next term.
Jonny, we've been starting to ask people for recommendations on either an album or a TV show or a movie, something that you think is like criminally underrated that people deserve to know about that you're really into.
Wow. Okay. An album. Could I give you just a play? Because I love so much music.
Yeah.
I like G Herbo's album. It's fucking incredible.
Fire, right?
And
Yeah.
I'm not saying it because it's DZA, but I think DZA put out his best album to date with the Closed Mouth, Don't Get Fat.
That's a fact.
Listen to that.
Great project.
Appreciate it. I like, God bless you. I like this playlist on Spotify called fucking, hold on, called Butter. And I honestly vibe to this a lot because it's not hip hop and it's just like good vibes. It's like
it's
lo-fi
smooth,
beats.
smooth like butter. No, I mean I get the pun that.
Oh, you took the title and then you. Oh, I see what you did there. Okay. Yeah, smooth like butter. It's just a good playlist. You guys should check it out. And I don't even have anything to do with it. I'm just telling you.
That's
I like
dope.
it.
Yeah. Any movies?
And, movies. Well, I'm finding myself binging old comedies. Like, you know, I'm dating myself here, but like I rewatched One Crazy Summer. I watched Old School, like just things to give me ideas for. We're working on an independent comedy, so I've been like trying to come up with like some ideas. We should actually talk about that off this line.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I just been watching comedies. I don't know one specific. I mean, if people haven't seen Ozark yet, you definitely need to invest in watching all 3 seasons. It's great.
Absolutely.
I like The Outsider as well.
Wait, back to Ozark. Could you? Okay, what's something that you? How do I phrase this? I want to know, like, if you were to open up, say, this donut shop, how quickly would it turn into like an
money
Ozark,
laundering?
Yeah, money laundering. Like, how quickly could it spin out of control?
How quickly? There could be edible donuts being sold out there by day 3. You know, by day 3, I think. But who expected you guys watched Ozark?
We did.
Dude.
The ending?
The last scene?
Oh yeah.
That was crazy.
Come on.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was really, really dope.
Yeah,
I think everybody was shocked right there.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Nobody saw that coming. Where have you gambled? Like, have you ever been on like a riverboat?
No, I don't gamble, actually. I really don't.
Wow.
I actually have a cheesy saying, but it's the truth. I gamble on myself. Like, I gamble on like, music.
Yeah.
That is a cheesy saying.
What do you say?
That is a cheesy saying.
You know, but it's true. So it's like, I don't really know. I've always said it, and it makes me cringe when I say it, but it's true. Like, if I have $100K to spend, I'd rather spend it on something that I know. I don't know the craps or fucking poker.
Yeah, you're gonna spend it on a hotel room for DZA for a month and a half.
For DZA to keep me corona free, so I could work and build cinematic.
Yo,
Yes.
Listen, Jonny, we love you. Take care of yourself. Take care of everybody who is staying in your home, whether it's feline or female, and we'll be checking in on you. Stay safe. All right.
Definitely love you guys. Peace.
Love you, Jonny.
Jeff, let's go out to the West Coast and connect with what?
Let's go out to the West Coast.
Let's go out to the West Coast.
All right.
And connect with our guy, Brocky Marciano.
Yo.
Brocky!
What up?
What's happening?
How are you?
What is good?
Brocky, I think a lot of people can look at you and see your long hair and see your long beard, your full beard, and see your comfortable clothing and rightfully think that maybe you've been quarantining for the last 5 years. But we wanted to know if you had any perspective out there, any tips out there.
Yeah, how do you style yourself when you're on quarantine?
For the stylish quarantiner.
You know, honestly, I've been stockpiling sweatsuits for years for this very moment.
Yeah.
Other than that, dude, I really just been kind of letting it go.
Well, what have you found some joy in? Like, what's the smallest thing that in the last, 3.5 weeks you found joy in, doing? I don't know if it's, washing your car. I don't know if it's, cooking something.
Well, I think it's just more of, the regular tasks that being on the go so much and just having so much shit to do all the time. I think, we kind of lose track of just remedial activities that are like such as boiling water for coffee for the French press and juicing and cooking things and just little shit that as somebody who travels a lot and is always on the move and is not home a bunch. Like I've never brewed my own coffee before since I started drinking coffee. You know
wow.
what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
Wait, did you order like a thing? Like, do you have?
Yeah, I bought a French press and a grinder. So
Wait.
like now I have all these exotic coffees that I buy.
Wait, did
different...
you watch like a YouTube tutorial or something?
Nah, I'm not one of those type of guys. I'm kind of like a throw paint on the wall type of guy. I kind of just like to figure it out. I'm a trial by fire. I'm a trial by fire type of specimen.
Yeah, for sure. So, given that being the case, do you have routine in your life right now?
Yeah, like what is your daily schedule?
I wake up, make coffee, yell at Hank to do something around the house. I got a dog during this whole fiasco, so
wow.
I've been waking up, walking the dog with my coffee for a couple miles.
It's a whole new you.
Wait, would you have gotten a dog if not for quarantine?
I've been wanting a dog, and I've always been wrestling with the idea back and forth of like whether I could actually take care of one. But I felt like during this time there were so many dogs that were going to be put down, and that's a terrifying thing to think about as well. And then I realized that look, I'm going to be home. I knew going into this that this wasn't going to be like a 2-week thing. I knew it was going to. I knew at the minimum it was going to be at least 2 months.
Yeah.
To 3 months.
Well,
yeah. So that kind of just led me to say like, oh, okay, well, now I can actually get to know the dog and take care of the dog for, a couple months before I have to go back to my regular schedule. So she'll be trained and, we'll be familiar with each other.
And what is the verdict? Are you a good dog owner?
I mean, I don't know.
Eric, he's a throw the paint on the wall sort of guy.
Yeah. I'm just kind of myself into the fucking gravel pit here. No, I think so. She seems to be doing okay. She's thriving.
Is it like is she a small dog? Is she a big dog?
She's like medium sized. She's like a little pit lab mix.
Wow.
She's gorgeous.
Perfect for Instagram.
Yeah, there you go.
I've never cleaned up so much shit in my life.
Well, really, it should be Hank's job.
Yeah.
I think so too, but getting Hank to do anything besides using the bong is a little difficult.
Well, okay,
he's very good at that, by the way.
Yeah, he's
amazing at it. Like he should get paid to do it.
Brothers living together, we know something about.
Yeah.
How has your guys' experience been while being forced inside?
I mean, look, like Hank is used to being out every night DJing all over New York City.
Yep.
He's like the, Richie's guy at One Oak.
Yeah.
So, and he's also just 21. Like I tend to forget that he's 21 years old, because it's just like, he's my best friend as well.
Yeah.
And we do like go out and do a lot of shit together. We're similar in a lot of ways, but also just in terms of maintaining a household, these things, they get a little testy at times.
Sure.
But to be fair, obviously, if I was sitting here dolo all day, I would definitely be losing my mind more than I am now.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, but now you have a dog.
Yeah, but still, and he loves the dog. But we get to throw shit at each other, and I get to sock him in the chest, and he gets to kick me. We get to we get to fight. You know what I'm saying? To grapple.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun.
Can he cut your hair when it gets too long, or are you just you?
No, I'm not cutting anything.
Oh,
so you're just for the next 3 months or whatever, it's just you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really cut my hair too often anyways. Maybe once every 6 months I'll get a little trim. So, I've saved a lot of money in the weekly haircut department. When I was in New York, I get a haircut every week.
Brocky, both you and your brother have excellent and very eclectic musical taste. Is there one record that you've pulled from the stash that you guys have both been enjoying over this time?
Oh, that's a tough one. We've just been deep diving into, our Spotify's, listening to a bunch of old shit, new shit, coming up with ideas for samples. He's been making a lot of beats.
That's dope.
Yeah, so I don't know if there's one. We've been listening to a lot of Dean Blunt.
All right.
And then, been kind of taking taking the time machine back into like, the 90s, like Puff R&B era.
Oh my God.
That's been a lot of it.
Just getting ready for that Puffy battle for whoever he takes on.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like Puff was just, he was just a fucking master of just like, hard R&B shit.
Yeah.
And I've always been a big fan of it, and I think being able to like put Hank on to certain things and whatnot, and he's like the disco master. Like he knows a lot of music too. So we both kind of put each other onto a bunch of stuff.
That's dope.
But it changes daily. We've been trying to keep it, keep a nice mix going. And we just got the CDJs delivered yesterday, so
awesome.
We'll be we'll be making some playlists for the people.
Super dope.
Yeah. What movies are you watching? I know you're a big movie guy, just like us. What movies have you guys been watching?
I've found it really hard to watch TV, with the exception of the last 3 days. I just haven't been able to focus on it. Like I think when it first started, it's been raining here for the most part. So during majority of the quarantine, it's been dumping. So I started Game of Thrones when this first happened.
Oh, you had never seen it?
Never seen it.
Yeah, I saw you post that on Instagram, and I was just like, "This is going to be amazing."
Yeah, like I fuck with it. It's a lot to ingest.
Well, especially the first the beginning is not good, and so and so it drags, and probably 8 episodes in is when it starts picking up or
There's
whatever.
There's just so many fucking characters and places and things that have these crazy names, and I'm just kind of like, it's hard to remember all that shit.
Would it help if you used Hank's bong?
Well, that's the thing is I've been partaking. I haven't been smoking much weed the last few years.
Yeah.
But I've kind of been back on the train during quarantine because it's like staying up till fucking 3 a.m. with your mind just spinning for no reason is not.
Brocky, I also remember there was a time where you were especially early in Trump's term, you were very out there like we are about just how disastrous this all is. But when you live in these days where it's just it's beyond comprehension, are you able to escape that? Are you able to understand that? Are you able to sit with it?
I think in the beginning of all of this, I was very tuned into the news. And then, I just, after a while, I'm just like, okay, this is just sheer buffoonery.
Yeah.
And it's just the guy just fucking lies and lies and lies and just says the dumbest shit that I just, at this point, I have to focus my energy on things that are positive.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing that we can all, gather from this experience is acceptance. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, when things are unjust, we have to call them out and we have to, it's a call to action. But in times like this where we're pretty much powerless, except for what we can do to control ourselves.
Yeah.
I think the ultimate form of humanity is to practice acceptance and to use this time to just better yourself. Whether that's making a new skill or reading or whatever you need to do to create a calmness and not to panic and not to get frustrated and not to lose your cool and lose your mind. I think is it's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things in life that we just have to accept that it just is what it is at this point. And I've had this conversation with Hank numerous times because because
he doesn't have short-term memory.
yeah, exactly. And you just tend to get frustrated. People are frustrated. They're cooped up in their house. They've run out of things to do. They've run out of resources. They've run out of a lot of shit. But there's a lot of people that have it a lot fucking worse.
Yeah.
And just accepting that we are where we are for a while, and use the time to make the best of it, of any situation you're in. I think it's a humbling experience. And I think, we can all come out of this better than we came into it.
Yeah, I think that, like, what I always enjoy about you is, like, the sense of zen that I get from talking to you. What's the most, like, calming place that you've been in, like, in the old world before, like, any of this happened? Like, when you were allowed to go to outside of doors?
Oh, man, it's the ocean for me always.
Yeah, I mean, like, you were surfing. I was going to guess it was either the water or it was going to be the golf course.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if the golf course is a very zen place, to keep it real. Like, I think we would all like it to be.
I mean, you do go with a bunch of, like, degenerates to, like, just, like, do, like, donuts.
Not only that, but golf is, the most infuriating fucking sport that you could possibly play.
Yeah, wait. For everybody else, right? You're here, like, just, like, shooting straight.
Here's the thing about golf, and this is true from anyone from Tiger Woods to someone who's never played before.
Schoolboy
right?
Q.
Exactly. Tiger Woods to Schoolboy Q. Golf is a game that you play with other people, but you can only you'll never win. You cannot win golf. Meaning, like,
you're just trying to better yourself.
You're playing against yourself. You can't, unless you hit a hole in one 18 holes. There's no way that you could possibly win golf. Like, you could always do better.
So what do you enjoy then when you're out on the course with, whether it's Schoolboy or whether it's Aaron Bayshuk?
I think it's about, like, it's like anything. Like, you hit that one shot that keeps you coming back. Like, there's a moment that you have that you kind of tap into, this perfection of sorts. Mm-hmm. And that feeling of perfection for that moment is the driving force that keeps you returning. So it's kind of like, it's like a drug in that regard, right? Like, you do the drug and you get this, you get this high for a few moments, and then you end up chasing that fucking high for the entire span of however long you're doing the drug or however long you're playing golf, right?
Yeah. So a lot of people may know that you're at Warner Records, and you guys have been, totally revamping the old model and starting this really fresh and dope new way forward for the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
What artists are you working with over there that you're particularly excited about? And then can you tell us about anything that your comrades over at TDE are up to?
I'm excited about IDK. Like, I think he's got a ton of potential. I think that, he, in the next couple of years, he's going to be in the cusp of, some of the, at the forefront of the rap scene. This kid, Black Fortune, super talented from DC, from DC DMV area as well. This dude, Rennie, R&B singer from Australia, is incredible. Omar Apollo, dropping his first single in the next, Wednesday, actually.
Super dope.
Yeah. And, TD is under wraps, man. You gotta, nice try.
Yeah, Eric, like, sort of slipped that in the way that, like, somebody who's buying, like, all, like, sex stuff is like, oh, and also, here's a pack of gum. I like that, though. That was really good. I feel like we almost got him, Eric.
Yeah, I'm buying this pack of gum, a 6-pack of waters. Oh, throw in these spurty handcuffs.
That's right. Yeah. Well, listen, Brock, it's always great to hear your voice. We love you. Be safe out there. Take care of you and yours.
Too. Thanks for tapping in.
Of course, and we'll be checking in again soon. All right.
My guys.
Jeff, let's get on the phone now with Meechie from the Flatbush Zombies.
Yo,
what up? What's happening?
Wagwan.
Yo.
Bless.
Brooklyn's finest, who happens to live on the West Coast.
Well, guess what?
What? You're back?
I'm in Brooklyn.
Oh shit. Oh, then what are we saying? Like,
Well, I mean, honestly, it doesn't even matter. The fact is that, like, we're not in the same place. We can't be in the same place.
Yeah.
You're somewhere, but like, it's very cool that you're in Brooklyn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at it. I was like, what Cyprus would I rather be buried at? In New York So, you know, I just decided to come back home. I said, fuck.
Dark.
Meech, in this time where everyone's like, yo, I'm living the same day in and day out, what is an album, a movie, a TV show, a book, something that you think is criminally underrated and that people should really know about in this time?
Oh, shit, you putting pressure on me. Damn.
Right. Name one thing that you like.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I like, what I've been doing, honestly, is just really cooking, to be honest. I know that has nothing to do with movies and books.
No, talk about it.
Yeah,
here we go.
I play movies in the background. Like right now, I'm watching some old 50s black and white shit with some old actors, some old white actors I don't know.
Okay.
I play this in the background. I keep it on mute. I keep the subtitles on, and I might just play some locks. I might play some Griselda music.
It's hard.
And then cook my food. That's all I literally been doing.
Well, what are you?
I've been just studying, bro. I've been studying music and absorbing all these movies I've been watching and just writing down quotes. And I think this is the time everybody should use to just indulge in shit that they thought they always wanted to do. I always wanted to do this. I always want to watch this. Here's your chance to watch it and find out if you like it or if you don't.
Yeah.
You're somebody who's, you know, on stage when we see you, you're like just like a bright light, you know, you're just like very like outward and you know, not insular. This is a time now where a lot of people are reflecting on things and drawing themselves in. Can you get to that place?
Well, I'm a little crazy. I'm a psycho, so...
Oh, no, we've met.
Even if I get to that place, it's only for a little bit. Like, I find myself feeling like I'm all right. You know, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, all right, I'm going to be good in the crib today.
Mm-hmm.
Then it gets to like 5 o'clock, and I'm like, yo, bro, I can't record. I can't do... It's different. But like I said before, you know, not being able to record music as fluently made me appreciate and like made me really, really just appreciate even the people who are still recording music. I commend them. Like, kudos to you, bro. It just made me really appreciate what everybody's doing artistically. And I think it's good for all of us artists to sit down and decompress and get some time to think about shit. Maybe some people will finally start, you know, talking about things now, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
not mindless stuff?
No, I mean, it might be mindless. Shit, fuck it. Be mindless. But at least if you sat down and thought about it and said, fuck it, man, I tried to think. There ain't nothing here. I'll accept that. But yeah, I'm seeing this as decompression, bro. And I'm happy people like you guys are giving us shit to listen to. And,
Oh, thanks, man.
People really need that. People really, really need that.
Wow, what are you cooking, by the way?
Yesterday I made some turkey wings, and today I don't know what I'm gonna do. I made some pepper steak last night also. I just be going crazy, bro, to be honest.
So you're cooking 3 meals a day?
Honestly, yeah. I be wilding out. Like, I be cooking shit for no reason. The other day I just made soup. I made soup and ain't nobody eat that shit. That shit's still in the fridge. I just want to make soup.
Wait, are you by yourself or are there other people in the house?
Yeah, I got 2 other people with me.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
See, we have a friend, Joe Mandy, who's a comedian out there in Los Angeles, and he, you know, out of nowhere took to baking breads, and he was just like, I don't know, like I'm making naan bread, and I'm making like this bread and that bread, and then he would run to, you know, friends' homes and like deliver
Drop
the
it
bread,
off,
you know?
yeah.
And then of course there's a lockdown, so now he's just baking bread for himself and his wife.
Yeah.
I just want to let everybody know that cough is a weak it's a weak cough.
Yo,
It's a weak cough. I got my gas mask on, guys. I wear gloves. I wear gloves on my feet. I don't play around when I go outside.
yo, Meech, when we went to
How are you getting your weed delivered right now?
a drone. Nah, my friend actually lives like right around the corner from me, so I just got my shit early from
There
him.
you go.
And then when I do go to see him, I visit him, I try to be very sanitary. I got my lights all on. I look crazy outside, guys. I got the you know that shit that Homer Simpson's wearing in the beginning of The Simpsons, the yellow.
Yo, yeah. You got the mask down?
Yeah, I got all that shit. I'm not playing.
Yo, okay, so I'm not sure how many people out there know this. I think we might have talked about it on one of our podcast episodes, but Jeff and I were boarding a very early morning flight to head out to Los Angeles. And, you know, it's like one of those things where it's like you roll out of bed, you jump over, you know, to wherever.
Yeah, it was like a 5 a.m. flight.
Yeah, to JFK or something like that. And you're just not in any right frame of mind.
Yeah.
So Jeff and I are sitting separately. I go back and I take my seat, and I'm sitting in a
It was like
two-seater.
38F.
Yeah, right. And we had previously seen Eric the Architect from Flatbush Zombies while we were standing online, and we said what's up, and we're like, oh, okay, cool, see you later. He was there with this lady, and we figured that was nice. We'll see you later once we land. So I sit down, and all of a sudden, this guy walks down the aisle, stands sort of like letting this woman sit next to me, and he then moves past, and he made eye contact, and we like head nodded, and it was like, okay, cool. Then that same guy tapped the lady on the shoulder and was like, excuse me, I think you're in my seat. And she was like, oh, you're right, I am. That guy sits down next to me, and I'm like, oh, shit, it's Meechie. had no idea. And you were so kind because you were like, yo, I understand it's early. You're not in your right frame of mind. But, yes, it's me. And we had, like, the greatest flight, talked about everything, especially conspiracy theory. What's that?
You saved my flight. I usually just pass out, or I just, I stay very far from the person next to me, so you know.
We had a real ass conversation.
Yeah, I'll say this about your guys' conversation. I was sitting very far away, and I had my headphones on. I was watching some movie, and I paused the movie. I go, "Why is Eric laughing so hard with the guy next to him?"
It's weird, man. Like sometimes I think people just can tell we do shit, so they just get nosy or like, I don't know, I'll be watching weird shit on my laptop, so they look at the screen.
What is weird shit? Are you watching porn on the plane?
Nah, not porn, but I'll be watching like weird movies like Holy Mountain. That's a movie everybody should watch.
Holy Mountain.
That's a crazy... Man, listen, man, I could do movies. Y'all need to invite me to the shit with y'all in the lot.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Listen, when we can all be in the same room once again, we are definitely making that happen.
Definitely.
But among other things we talked about, besides conspiracy theories, of which you had a bunch, you were talking about you've seen fights on actual plane rides.
Oh yeah. Sometimes older people could be very, 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 very aggressive. Especially if they fought in like 2 wars back in the days and shit like that. Like those guys don't play with the veteran hats.
Yeah.
One time I seen this dude, it was like a surfer dude and this old guy, and the old dude brought his chair back like he brought that chair back. The chair don't go so far. And he slammed onto the surfer guy's seat. And then he's like, yo man, what the hell are you doing? The old guy just looked at him, didn't really say much. And then the young dude kept complaining. And then it just started to get heated, and I'm watching. Me, Eric, the women are watching, and we hyping it up, So we ready. Our eyes is mad wide. They start to tussle, but the old man tussle is really like you grab his wrist, and you shake his wrist, he's like, and they separate. It's nothing crazy. I've seen weirder stuff than that though. Like
porn.
I've seen weird people just get taken off the plane, and they look mad, like disheveled, like they was up to some weird. You never know what's going on in the plane. And I don't believe that air marshal shit. I don't be seeing no motherfucking marshal. I look for marshal all the time. I don't see no damn air marshal.
You don't think that you could spot one?
Man, look, I done tried, man. I ain't, unless that's a motherfucker talking to me every time I'm on the plane.
Eric?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the air marshal.
Wait, by the way, okay, this is like the dumbest thing I'm ever going to ask you, but... Okay,
it's not.
Well, maybe. So, a few years ago, Eric and I went to a Halloween party, and it was like lit. It was like every single person was there, and we were the only people that were like not on that level.
Celebrities, right? Yeah.
And so, but it was like Jay-Z and his friends, and Jay was dressed up as Biggie.
Yeah.
And so when they played Biggie, I could tell, I was like, it was the most like refreshing thing to me, because I was like, oh, Jay-Z's a dork just like I am, because like he'll turn up to Biggie and like all his friends are just like, oh, like you're Biggie, and they're playing Biggie, and like it's like a thing, right?
Right.
So your Meech, when BMF by Rick Ross was released, did you like turn around to like your friends and be like, I think I'm Big Meech?
Guess what? I did.
Hell yeah.
Everybody in the world did that shit to me. People thought I picked the name because of the damn song.
Yo.
Like it was a rough time for me. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I still get that shit. I still get some people like, oh, you think you picked, like, oh, that shit.
Wait, do you think that every time Jadakiss's song "Who's Real" comes on and Swiss is like,
it's the real, and clap your hands.
Yeah. You think we're not doing that?
Hell
You're
yeah.
wrong. Absolutely are.
Well, how about this? Any song that has the name Meech, I think Ferg says Meechie in Plain Jane.
Yeah, sure does.
You know how much people call me in my hood like, yo, bro, shout you out. Like, that's not me. I got relatives calling me like, I heard your song. I'm like, that ain't me. Sorry.
No, you got to claim that. You got to claim that.
I should have, right?
Yeah.
So, hold on.
By the way,
question. Hold on. What hobbies have you guys picked up, or any like new things you thought about doing? Because I thought about getting a saw and just getting like lumber and just start building shit and sending people birdhouses and dumb shit.
I love this.
That is way better.
Yeah, this is the left turn that I need in your life. Like, I would happily accept a birdhouse from you.
Say less, man. I'm trying not to lose my fingers, but I'm gonna do this shit, man.
Yo.
I'm gonna do it. I'm scared to go to Home Depot, but
That is fire, though. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Wait, I feel bad for your neighbors.
nah, they'd be all right. I mean, you play
You're gonna
music
be like
loud.
hammering and shit.
Yeah.
I start early in the morning. They'd be all right. Ain't got
No,
nobody
early in the
work.
morning is the worst time to start building a birdhouse. What are you talking about?
Ain't nobody. Look, bro. Oh, let me not say anybody. Ain't nobody going to work. I take that back. I have fucking FDNY friends. One of my friends actually contracted coronavirus. Well,
Wow.
a few of my people I know.
Yeah,
Those
same.
you guys who think it's not real. I know about 5 people who got it, so
Yeah.
I take that back. There are people still going to work. My grandma's still going to work, so
No.
people are
What?
still going to work. I don't know, man.
No.
I'm trying. These old people don't listen.
No,
They
that
just
that is true.
I know. I've seen them fight on planes.
So, as far as hobbies that we've picked up during this time, yoga is something that we've committed to like every day.
There's this girl on YouTube. Her name is Adrian.
Adrian, yeah.
She does yoga with Adrian, and I promise you, it's the highlight of my day. Like doing yoga with Adrian.
It's pretty great.
We're on day 5 of 30, but we've been doing it for now 10 days or something.
Yeah, something like that. And
You guys seen the Bikram yoga documentary?
Oh no, I know that like it's all like a scam, right?
Yeah, you gotta watch that shit.
Yeah.
That motherfucker made me feel like, damn, I might have picked the wrong motherfucking profession. That nigga was great.
See, I love how Meechie went from like, yeah, I don't know any movies to recommend to like, ooh, this one's good, Holy Mountain, and the Bikram one.
I speak in movies, man. That's the only way I speak.
Well, so do you take a lot of your time during the day to like commit to actually watching movies beyond the ones that you have on in the background? Like, are you like there, trying to find, something to watch every night?
Yeah, I got like a list. I literally got a list next to my bed, as weird as that sounds, Post-it notes, and then I watch. It's just that I'm the guy that I hate falling asleep and waking up and trying to start it over
Yeah,
again.
no, I hear you.
What's the shit we watched the other day? I watched some weird shit named Bliss, one of the most goriest, weirdest movies. Some girls taking a drug that's a new drug, a mixture of DMT and cocaine. Art house, for you people who like to see nudity and violence. What's the weird movie we watched the other night that was mad weird?
Legally Blonde.
Actually, I watched the hot chick yesterday. See, Rob Schneider. How about that?
Just
I watch
like
some shit called Stay. I watch a lot of weird. Sometimes I go on Google or Reddit and I'll just type the most aesthetically pleasing movie, and I'll just run through lists, and I'll just run through that list for the whole month. And then
Wow.
I watch so much shit, bro. My brain can't really. When people say name something, it just doesn't work.
Well, then let me ask you this: how are you sleeping at night?
Oh, I'm sleeping good.
Oh, that's
no
great.
more nightmares about police chasing me. No more sleep paralysis. I don't know what's going on. I'm good right now.
That's really great.
Good. Wait, what's a movie that like inspired Flatbush Zombies stuff that like people might not know?
Well, people already know the Clockwork, Orange, and
Yep.
the 2001, Shining.
Yep.
Honestly, here's one: Juice, the movie Juice.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Because
Juice. The
your
man
partner's
Juice.
name is Juice.
Yeah. Fun fact: I wanted my name to originally be Bishop, but it would have been weird.
Wow.
A nigga named Juice, and my name is Bishop. But yeah, Juice. Me and Juice used to watch that shit all the time. Menace Society, Paid in Full, Running Down all the time. Return of the Living Dead, motherfucking Bad Boys. We watch a lot of movies.
Yo, what's
Like,
a movie? What's a movie that like everyone has seen and you just for whatever reason have never sat down with?
Oh, Passion of the Christ.
What?
fucking, a lot of those slave movies, man. Or
You mean like 12 Years a Slave, things like that?
Yeah, I don't really watch a lot of them things.
Yeah.
Or like the no disrespect, but like people watching Bridesmaids and all those comedies that are pushed like this is the best, funniest thing. Women can be just as funny as everyone. I don't watch it. I don't watch anything that's marketed as look what we can do, just like you guys. I don't like any movies like that. So I stay away from a lot of mainstream shit. I don't watch none of them Tom Cruise action movies unless I'm on a plane.
Okay, but you just watched The Hot Chick with Rob Schneider. I just want to be clear.
Because I'm a fucking weirdo.
Wait,
weird.
Did you see Parasite last year or this past?
Yo, no. Here's the thing, man. I tried to get everybody to watch Parasite. I can't watch no shit with those subtitles right now, bro. Man, motherfuckers win that golden Oscar guy, and then everybody's like, "Yo, you seen Parasite?"
Yo.
And now I'm the only man that is, and I didn't see Uncut Gems either.
Wow.
Well, we have the screeners. We can send them to you. Here, you send us a Birdhouse. We'll send you screeners. Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. Don't put our shit. Don't pirate our shit.
Yeah.
Are you getting along with your neighbors these days? Because for us, we have people who live above us who, if they're gone during the day when it's regular world, that's fine. But now, since they're home 24 hours a day,
they're doing like jumping jacks. They're building birdhouses. It's all fucked up.
So
my neighbors don't see me. My place is like, I luckily have like 2 floors and a basement to myself. So I don't see anyone. I'm like guarded. My shit is like a bat cave. If you came to my crib, you walk by, you don't even see me. Well, so I don't really see anybody.
Wait, so you have next door neighbors, but you don't have like upstairs, downstairs neighbors.
But we don't see, and we don't even, they can't even hear me. Watch. Hey! You guys, you hear me? They don't hear shit, bro. I talk about them all the time. I actually met my neighbors. They're actually nice. I met my neighbors when I first moved here. One of the guys, I believe he writes for the New York Times, and they came and brought me some hard eggnog and introduced themselves.
That's
nice. They're very nice people.
That is nice.
I would bring them eggnog right now, but I don't think it's appropriate because of what's going on in the world. So.
Also, it's seasonal drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a fact. I look very crazy bringing eggnog right now.
All right. Beyond the full suit that will keep you safely away from any chemicals.
Yeah, the hazmat. Yeah.
Are you prepared in case things go really left?
Yeah. How much soup do you have?
Soup.
Like, how much canned soup do you have?
He just made soup yesterday.
Yeah. Honestly, I be making that shit. I don't have a lot of canned food. I have some corned beef, you know what I mean, some tuna. But when it comes to soup and shit like that, I just get the veggies, chop them shits up, and do it. I'm gonna be fucked if it really shit does hit the fan, kind of. But that's what looting and robbing and stealing is for. So, worst comes to worst. I got a mob with me. We all got to eat. We'll be all right.
Yeah, that is true.
I feel like things are getting better, to be honest. I know that I'm expeditiously looking at all the stats every day.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything, but it makes me feel better.
Ignorance is bliss, you know.
But I like looking at the graphs and being like, oh, I feel like it's getting better.
I think that people are really scared of New York right now because of the numbers, but we are also testing more than anybody else, so it would make sense why we have the craziest numbers. What I'm afraid of is that everybody's going to be like, all right, let's get back to normal summertime, and then we go out, and then everyone goes to a festival that will not name,
right?
Because I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, or an event, and then it breaks out again, and then it's like, fuck, we're spending Christmas in the wintertime inside like this again. So.
Yeah, well, I think that's what the plan is, right? The plan is that the numbers are going to get to a level, but it won't get to the level that it was at. People are going to get sick again. You can't just stay inside for the next 8 months, 10 months, 12 months.
But I think what everyone's sort of hoping for, and hopefully someone out there is working on this, but make sure that testing is actually available for mass consumption.
No, but we're living in America right now.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
And you know who's in charge. So
it's horrible.
Yeah,
but the goal is, because what you can't do is have Trump be okay, sports are starting, in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then people want to be outside and people want to be, a part of it. And that's the worst idea possible.
Yeah.
I don't think sports, as much as I love sports, I live for sports, for ESPN, all fucking nigga. I wake up in the morning, that's the first thing I turn on.
Yeah.
We don't need sports. It raises people morale. I love that shit, but if they can't play, they don't feel comfortable playing in an empty arena.
Yeah, why are you also putting athletes at risk?
That's what I'm saying too. It's just not worth it. Let's just have a year. What is going to happen if we don't have entertainment for a year? Look at what people are more afraid of not having movies and basketball and baseball than just the thought of the world being fucked up. We'll be all right, bro.
Right.
I love movies. I love movies, and guess what? They're coming home to me now. Now I can go on Amazon and they send them to me. Watch old tapes of Michael Jordan. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this then, because and we've talked to a couple of other people who are big wrestleheads. You are obviously a huge wrestling fan. How did you feel about WrestleMania being in an empty setting? And
I'm not watching that shit. I didn't watch it. I'm not watching it. Sorry. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't like it. I think those people should be at home chilling. Like I think everybody should chill right now. I think. I like the idea, like I said, people need entertainment, but I just don't think. I was going to call it sports. It's not really.
Is it? Well, is there any world in which you go on YouTube and you watch old matches?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, okay.
Just get the wrestling app and go watch old shit all day long. Go watch old stuff. That's what I'm. There's so much. Think about it like this. If you like porn, there's so much porn on the internet right now. You can stay home for 12 months and jerk.
Or you could go on a plane and watch it.
Yeah, right. Just look at Meechie's screen. Yeah.
Or if you like music, there's so much albums. Like you can go and listen. You can books. We have enough time now you can immerse yourself in anything that you like. So that's why to me it's like there's no real need for
more shit. Yeah.
Athletes and people to go shoot movies and to rush to go do what.
I mean, I guess that begs the question. Like when we started talking, you did say like that you can't record right now, right? And is that a function of you not being able to record at home because you don't have the equipment, or like you don't have the interest and you don't have the wherewithal? Like what is your mind frame?
I got the equipment. It's not the best equipment in the crib. It's not like the best studio setup, but it's also me, one man. I'm not the most. I'm not like an engineer, bro. I'm alright. And my voice is a very strange voice, very hard to record sometimes. So the shit that I be doing. So for me now, I'm gonna use this time as, all right, I'm gonna be home. Let me just learn this and figure this out.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna try to record myself rapping on fucking cash rules, everything around me, and random beats.
Yeah. And
then just learn my levels and figure this shit the fuck out. So
yeah, I
if
saw
it
that
ever
even
does happen again.
I saw even like
good.
Fabulous was talking about it with Elliot yesterday about how like he's never learned to engineer himself and now he's finally doing it just because like that's all he can do. And I was like, wow, Fabulous, who like famously never went to the studio.
Now he has
after the
studio.
Control verse.
Well, how about this, Meech? What is one song? Talk about recommendations. What's one song that you feel is super underappreciated from your catalog that you think that people should revisit now?
You fucking bastard, you. Well, unfortunately, our first mixtapes aren't on streaming platforms due to samples. But there's a song that we made called Regular and Complex that I feel like, if you like, bars.
Yeah.
And hip hop, not to say it like that, no shot at anybody else. Like, I feel like that's a really, 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 really good song.
By the way, I found it in 2 seconds. No, sorry, 0.49 seconds on Google by just searching for it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I thought that's a good display of just rap bars and just a sound that doesn't really live a lot anymore. Unfortunately, thanks to Griselda and people like that, we still, people are starting to pay attention and like thrive to hear that kind of shit again. But
yeah.
I just saw you on the on Smoke DZA's album cover, like the painting.
Wait, I'm on there?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even know.
I think so.
I gotta hit up this. I didn't even know. I gotta see that shit.
Okay. Well, I hope I'm not just like making things up. I'm pretty sure I saw you guys on there. But
he's put us on. He's put us on like 2 covers. It's a wrestling. It has to be something with wrestling.
Yeah, right? It's definitely wrestling. Yeah,
he definitely probably does. He does that with us a lot. Shout out to Smoke. He always does that. He always looks out for us with that shit.
Well, what was your first time meeting him like?
Wow, Smoke is actually the first person to ever bring Flatbush Zombies on tour. So Smoke is a very, 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 very nice man for that. Like, he don't even really. I owe him forever. I can never really repay anybody for being the first person to take me on tour. But the first time I met him, honestly, I can't even really fully remember because I was really high. It was like the first time I met a lot of people. I was fucking blasted out of my mind back then. I was on psychedelics and drinking 40 ounces, and I don't remember the first time it was.
Did we talk about the first
time?
I
don't remember a lot of 2010 to 2013. It's all like, it all was just one episode in my head sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the first time that we saw you at a Fool's Gold Day Off. And you guys came out, ASAP came out. I feel like Juicy J was doing that one, French Montana. I wasn't high, so I can I can name all the all the participants.
Listen, Meech, we love you. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Stay indoors, and
keep making soup and send us some birdhouses.
Absolutely, a regular and complex guy, our friend Meechie from the Flatbush Zombies.
Thank you guys. Bless up on yourself.
Shout out to Meechie from the Flatbush Zombies. Shout out to Brocky Marciano, and shout outs to the one and only Jonny Shipes. Jeff, are we back tomorrow?
We are back every single day.
As always, guys, not for real, for real.
Sure.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.